In a move that has caught the attention of travelers nationwide, former President Donald Trump has announced new carry-on policies set to reshape the way we pack for our next flight. These changes, which aim to address security concerns, streamline airport processes, and ensure a smoother travel experience, are expected to impact every traveler, regardless of destination. As the aviation industry braces for these shifts, passengers are left wondering how the new guidelines will affect their upcoming trips, from what they can bring on board to how they prepare for security checks. Let's dive into what these new policies mean and how they could alter your next travel experience. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Focus on electronic devices and aviation security. The newly announced carry-on policies specifically target the transportation of electronic devices larger than a smartphone on airplanes. Trump's administration cited classified intelligence suggesting that terrorist organizations have developed methods to conceal explosive devices inside commonly carried electronics, such as laptops and tablets. In light of these threats, the new rules ban passengers from carrying items such as laptops, tablets, e-readers, cameras, portable DVD players, and larger gaming devices into the aircraft cabin. Instead, passengers must pack these items in their checked luggage, subjecting them to enhanced screening processes that are more thorough than standard carry-on inspections. Banned items and mandatory checked luggage requirements. Under these changes, only smartphones and smaller medical devices are permitted in carry-on bags. Devices such as CPAP machines, hearing aids, and glucose monitors are still allowed, provided they undergo additional security inspections and receive pre-clearance at designated checkpoints. Travelers requiring the use of medical electronics must notify airlines at least 48 hours prior to departure to ensure compliance with the new guidelines. Failure to report such devices could result in delays, denied boarding, or confiscation of the equipment. Exceptions for medical devices and pre-travel notifications. Special provisions have been made for passengers with medical conditions that require electronic equipment during the flight. These travelers are now required to submit medical documentation and receive special approval before they can bring devices like portable oxygen concentrators or insulin pumps into the aircraft cabin. New TSA forms have been created to streamline this process, and medical devices will undergo a secondary screening process using advanced detection equipment. Initial focus on flights from the Middle East and North Africa. The administration initially applied these policies to flights originating from 10 specific airports, primarily located in the Middle East and North Africa. Airports like Dubai International Airport, Hamad International Airport in Qatar, and Ataturk International Airport in Turkey were among the first listed. Airlines operating from these regions, including Emirates, Qatar Airways, and Turkish Airlines, must comply with the restrictions or risk being barred from landing rights in the United States. Officials stressed that this move was not politically motivated but rather based on a comprehensive security assessment. Security intelligence behind the new restriction. The Trump administration's policy justification focused heavily on intelligence reports obtained from undisclosed sources. Officials stated that terrorist groups were actively seeking to bypass traditional screening mechanisms by hiding explosives within everyday electronic devices. Trump warned that without aggressive preventive measures, the country faced the risk of a catastrophic aviation-related attack. DHS and TSA have since launched new training programs for screeners to recognize advanced concealment techniques and have upgraded scanning technologies to better detect hidden threats in checked luggage. Passenger reactions to the new carry-on rules. Public response to Trump's new carry-on policies was immediate and highly polarized. Frequent flyers, particularly business travelers, voiced strong frustrations over the ban on laptops and tablets in the cabin. Many cited that working during flights was a crucial part of their productivity, and that the inability to access electronics during long-haul trips would create significant disruptions. Several corporate travel departments raised concerns about the security risks associated with placing expensive and sensitive equipment into checked baggage, where the risk of theft or damage is considerably higher. On the other hand, some travelers expressed support for the new rules, stating that if such measures could prevent even a single terrorist incident, the inconvenience would be worth it. Social media platforms quickly became battlegrounds for heated debates, with hashtags both supporting #FlySafeWithTrump and opposing #HandsOffMyLaptop, the new regulations trending globally. Travel forums and industry blogs were flooded with advice on how to adapt to the new restrictions, including recommendations for backup devices, cloud storage options, and strategies for minimizing travel disruptions. Impact on airlines and airport operations. Airlines were given a tight compliance window of only 21 days to fully implement the new carry-on restrictions. Major international carriers immediately scrambled to adjust their operations, updating check-in procedures, security processes, and customer communications. Many airlines had to invest heavily in additional security staff and screening equipment to meet the updated U.S. requirements. Airport security checkpoints also saw major changes. Airports affected by the initial wave of the policy had to set up specialized screening areas for passengers bound for the United States. In many cases, this resulted in longer wait times, increased operational costs, and heightened traveler frustration. To ease the transition, several airlines began offering complimentary services such as secure electronics handling and rapid luggage delivery for passengers whose devices had to be checked. Comparison to previous aviation security measures. Many experts compared Trump's 2025 carry-on policy changes to the 2006 liquid ban implemented after a foiled terror plot involving explosives disguised in beverages. However, while the liquid ban was adopted globally and became a near-universal standard, Trump's electronic device ban faced more pushback internationally. Several foreign governments expressed concerns that the new rules unfairly targeted certain regions and might be seen as politically motivated rather than purely security-driven. Critics argued that technological advancements in screening equipment could make such blanket bans unnecessary. They pointed out that modern CT scanners and explosive trace detection devices are capable of analyzing electronics thoroughly without removing them from carry-on bags. Supporters, however, emphasized that human factors, such as insider threats and inconsistent security standards at international airports, made Trump's stricter approach prudent. Potential legal challenges and diplomatic fallout. Within weeks of the announcement, several civil rights groups, airline associations, and foreign governments hinted at possible legal challenges to the new carry-on policies. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, issued a statement criticizing the rules as discriminatory, warning that they could set a dangerous precedent for racial profiling and regional bias in U.S. security policy. International diplomatic tensions also flared. Countries whose airlines and airports were affected demanded clearer explanations and called for negotiations to either lift or modify the restrictions. European Union officials warned that if the U.S. extended the ban to include European airports, retaliatory measures might be considered, potentially sparking a travel and trade dispute. Trump's administration remained steadfast, however, insisting that the safety of American citizens came first and that international relations would not compromise national security decisions. Trump's broader aviation and border security strategy. Trump's new carry-on rules were part of a larger aviation and border security strategy designed to project strength and vigilance on the international stage. At the press briefing, Trump hinted at upcoming measures, including enhanced biometric screening for international travelers, increased use of canine units at major airports, and a proposed expansion of the pre-clearance program to additional foreign airports. Industry innovations. In response to the policy. In response to the electronic device restrictions, several technology companies quickly innovated to meet the needs of affected travelers. New lightweight, foldable smartphones with larger screen capacities were rushed into development, aiming to bridge the gap between the portability of a phone and the functionality of a laptop or tablet. Forecast for future travel under Trump's policy. Experts predict that if Trump's carry-on rules become permanent or expanded, the nature of air travel could shift significantly. Business travelers might increasingly opt for teleconferencing over international trips to avoid the hassle. Short-haul flights could become more popular compared to long-haul international routes. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) officials also indicated that secondary inspections might rise for passengers carrying large amounts of checked electronics, in an effort to monitor for smuggling, unauthorized surveillance equipment, or potential threats. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.